Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. Before we proceed to our forum, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Tanisha Wadiha binti Syaiful Nizam as panel 1.
My name is Mira Shaira binti Muhammad Kamrul as panel 2.
My name is Nurul Sohaila binti Yaakob as a panel 3.
My name is Nur Shazmiza binti Ayub as panel 4.
My name is Nur Alaina Shakira binti Sharim as panel 5.
Throughout this discussion, there will be 5 panels, where 3 of them will be on preposition side and 2 of them will be on opposite side. The topic for today is whether calorie deficit diet is the best or healthiest approach to lose weight or not. In my position, calorie deficit diet is not bad as what people think it is. This is because it has a lot of benefits. Firstly, is we can spend less money on food. We have probably been in a situation where we spend way too much money on grocery shopping, and sometimes we buy unnecessary food or too much food until we cannot finish it. At the end, we end up dump some food away. Food loss or food waste in some countries sometimes exceed 210 kilograms per person per year. That's one third of all produced foods, or 614 kilograms per person each day. That's a lot of money we spend every week. Not only we eat more than necessary, but we also waste a third of our food. By going on calorie deficit, it helps to reduce our food intake and avoid food waste. It's like we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Besides, calorie deficit helps us to think less about food. Sometimes we may out of control and can't really tell if we are really hungry or not. The way to know is either reduce portions or reduce the number of meals. Either way, it's fine. This is a similar approach to intermittent fasting. We designed the time of the day for eating and the time of the day for fasting. Besides, we can have more horsepower. Losing few pounds could give more energy. In fact, when people feel lighter, they tend to move more. And by moving more, we feel even better. Energy is like a renewable resource, and the more you move it around, you end up feeling better and more energetic. Lastly, is it becomes smarter. Another great benefit of doing calorie deficit diet is cognitive improvement. In fact, Dr. Antonio Constable shown in his study that limiting calorie intake slows down brain aging and protects from age-related neurodegenerative disease. Also, it is well established that calorie restriction enhances the learning and memory process by increasing synaptic activity in the hippocampus. This happens when neurons, brain cells responsible for passing the information, do so by releasing glutamate from the synapse. With enough repetition, synaptic activation occurs, the information passes from one neuron to another. Calorie restriction enhances the synaptic plasticity so we can learn more and remember stuff longer. That's all from me. I'll pass to any panelists who want to add their opinion.
Thank you, Miss Danisha. Assalamualaikum and good morning, IB to all. As we all know, having a slim physique is currently trending regardless of whether you are male or female. Weight loss can be done for a variety of reasons, including to look attractive or health concern. However, in my opinion, eating fewer calories than your body needs is not a good idea. A calorie-restricted diet can decrease the metabolism, affecting health and weight reduction. Besides, if you are not obtaining the nutrition that your body requires, you may be at risk for nutrient deficiency and it can cause fatigue. Furthermore, the amount of carbs you consume may contribute to fatigue. One of the registered dietitian Olivia Cupido says, eliminating all carbs is not a great idea. Cutting carbs can lead to a lack of fiber, which can lead to constipation. Similarly, do not abandon all calcium-rich meals. We do not want to jeopardize our bones, therefore we must create a place for calcium-rich products, explained Cupido. In addition, calorie-restricted diet, for example, may not supply enough levels of iron, folate, or vitamin B12. This might result in anemia and excessive exhaustion. Besides, a calorie-restricted diet can limit other nutrients such as protein. This is because we do not consume enough protein-rich food like meat, fish, dairy, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds, which can cause muscle loss, hair thinning, and brittle nails. Furthermore, a shortage of calcium in the body like dairy, leafy greens, calcium-set tofu, and fortified Milks can impair bone strength and raise the risk of bone fractures. Not only that, biotin and thiamine deficit, such as a lack of whole grains and legumes, eggs, dairy, nuts, and seeds, can result in muscular weakness, hair loss, and scaly skin. In addition, if we not enough eating vitamin A like organ meat, fish, dairy, leafy greens, or orange-colored fruits and vegetables may weaken your immune system and lead to permanent eye damage. Lastly, an insufficient intake of magnesium-rich whole grains, nuts, and leafy greens may cause fatigue, migraines, muscle cramps, and abnormal heart rhythms. So, what can I say here? Losing weight in an unhealthy manner will have an impact on energy and focus when doing regular duties. Therefore, we should avoid complicating the weight reduction process by aggressively reducing calories, which might contribute to tiredness. Maintaining this calorie restriction for an extended period of time might potentially result in nutritional shortage. That's all from me. So I will pass to the next panel. Ms. Suhaila, did you have any opinion regarding to this topic?
Thank you, Miss Mira. I see your point, but a calorie deficit diet is a good for weight loss when a healthy deficit diet is implied in our daily basis life, where it works for weight loss because you are cutting your calorie intake by swapping out a high calorie food for a lower calorie nutritious food. It is a safe way of cutting your calories and helps you to have a balanced diet with all the nutrition you need daily. Firstly, we need to focus on nutrient-dense foods by getting a lot of vitamins and minerals, along with adequate protein, healthy fats, and fiber. For example, salmon and avocado have a high nutritional benefits like omega-3 fatty acids. Let's say we take two breakfast options. For example, a croissant may have 400 calories, while two eggs and half an avocado may have around 280 calories. The eggs and avocado meal not only have a fewer calories, but it also has a health benefits like fiber, omega-3s, protein, and potassium. Not only will filling up your nutrient-rich foods keep you full longer, but it will also promote a healthy weight for your body. For your information, 100 calories of white bread will feel very different from 100 calories of fish or avocado. Other than that, cutting the calories from sugary drinks by getting a substitute of protein, fat, and carbohydrate balance at every meal and snack can help us feel full longer and helps bypass blood sugar crash that leaves us hungry and cranky. So that's all from me. What do you think, Miss Mira?
Thank you, Ms. Suhaila, for the explanation just now. However, I respect your opinion, but as we all know, even if we go from high calorie to low calorie foods and according to the nutrients required by the body, the calorie estimate are not always right for a person's body. As a result, a person's body may experience a reduction in the system immunity. The immune system is the most significant component in the body for illness prevention. So, reducing calorie intake on food will result in a person's body being less rich in food nutrition. As we all know, food is the most fundamental source of energy and a source of the important vitamins and minerals required to keep your immune system healthy. If we restrict calories, it may increase our risk of infection and illness. For example, the illness is a virus similar to the common cold, and this appears to be especially true when combined with a high level of physical activity. One study compared athletes in discipline with a significant emphasis on leanness, such as boxing, gymnastics, or diving, to those in discipline with a lower emphasis on body weight. The researchers report that athletes in weight loss discipline attempted to lose weight more frequently and were nearly twice as likely to have fallen ill in the previous 3 months. Not only that, in another study, taekwondo athletes who dieted to lose body weight in the week before the tournament had a drop in immunity and a higher risk of infection. So, The conclusion is that if you do not eat a nutritious diet, your immune system will not function properly. That's all from me, so I will pass the discussion to any other panel who likes to share their opinion.
Thank you, Ms. Mira. That's a valid point, but still, a calorie deficit can work if we calculate the calories we need according to our BMI. Being on a calorie deficit diet means that you eat fewer calories than what you burn in a day, as opposed to a calorie surplus, which consumes more calories than what you burn. If a person cuts too many calories and does not get enough necessary nutrients, they can experience some health problems. This is because our body naturally needs enough nutrients to support our body by giving energy and activity. To find your maintenance calories, you will need to track your calories for at least 10 days. There are so many apps we can get from Play Store or App Store to calculate your calories, such as MyFitnessPal and so on. If your weight stays during those 10 days, then you have found your maintenance calories. It's normal for us to have to experience daily fluctuation, but your weight should stay within a few pounds. Other than that, you will need to find the average amount of calories you consume, where this can be done by averaging the daily calorie intake over those 10 days, which subtracts 500 calories. Studies has shows that decreasing your daily calorie intake by 500 does not change your hunger or energy levels. This means that by eating 500 fewer calories daily, you will still be able to perform your daily activities without losing your energy or feeling starved. Studies from 207 has examined the different of ways that overweight individuals shed pounds to determine which method of weight loss is the best for them. Other than that, calorie deficit is successful for weight loss, especially in the first few months. But it can be dangerous if the individual consumes too few calories. Eating too few calories can put your body into fat storing mode instead of fat burning because it doesn't think it will get more food. Therefore, with a calorie deficit, you still need to make sure everything stays within your calorie intake for a day. What do you think about the calculated calorie intake, Miss Shamiza?
Thank you, Miss Suhaila. But I do beg a differ to your opinion, whereby I believe that we are not on the same page. I believe that a calorie deficit could only bring major stress to the one who applied it on their daily life. This is due to the fact that when you are dieting and constantly thinking about food, it causes your mood to drop, and this chronic stress of dieting can cause your body to go into a fight or flight mode, with the body releasing adrenaline and cortisol, making you feel more irritable and anxious. Furthermore, the emotional and physical element are very much tied together. Let's say, if you are not eating enough during the day, particularly carbohydrate-rich food, you may have decreased level of serotonin, which is a hormone that has a calming effect. Therefore, you may feel more anxiety the more you restrict or obsess over the calorie you do consume. It is true, when you are following the plan, you feel fleetingly good, but when you're not, you can feel as if you're failing and are not good enough. It is because worrying about weight, dieting, and restricting food and calories all contribute to emotional distress. Miss Alina, what do you think about this issue?
Thank you, Miss Transmitter. I see what you are saying, but I think if you set a goal for your calories intake, it will not lead to the stress. It is because you know how much you need and your limit calorie per day. A recommended calories goal varies based on your age group and gender. For an adult, the recommended calorie goals for a woman range from 1,600 to 2,400 calories per day, and for a man, the amount is slightly higher, which is from 2,200 to 300 calories per day. And if you are somewhat sedentary or older, your calorie needs are likely toward the bottom of the range. And you may be closer to the top if you are fairly physically active, pregnant, or breastfeeding. For the teenagers, a calorie goals recommendations also vary based on the gender and activity levels. A 30-year-old girl's recommended goals range from 1,600 to 2,200 calories per day, and for a boy, it is recommended to take 2,000 to 2,600 calories daily. These amounts increase slightly for the later teenagers years, which is in the range of age 14 to 18 years old. For the children, girls at the age of 9 to 13 years old, the calorie range is 1,400 to 2,200 calories per day, and for the boys is need 1,600 to 2,006 calories per day. And it also depends on how active your children to set an ideal goals. So I can say that when trying to achieve a calorie deficit, it is important to have a goal in mind that is both healthy and effective to avoid the stress and to ensure that you are on a track to achieve your desired calorie deficit.
No doubt about it, Miss Alina. However, I beg to differ. Can I throw my 2 cents in? I believe that a strict calorie deficit also leads to major psychological effect for humans. Well known, calorie deficit is a limitation in calories taken by us every day. According to the most famous calorie restriction studies were done on conscientious objector during World War II by Dr. Ansel Keys, calorie can be described as lethargy, irritability, and anxiety that approach each time the participant of the study learned how much they were allowed to eat the following week. Moreover, calorie deficit could lead to dizziness, cold intolerance, muscle soreness, hair loss, reduced coordination, edema, and ringing in the ear, as well as not having the capability to concentrate. This happens when a person becomes obsessed with food, eating with elaborate rituals, and adding water to their plate to make the food last longer. Therefore, this strict diet sent 6% of the participants to the psychiatric hospital, and these were highly motivated, healthy young men. In some, along with obesity and diabetes, binge eating disorder and bulimia have increased over the year, and the population suffering from all these conditions keep getting younger and younger. And I believe this is the reason why I stood my belief that calorie deficit is not a good way to lose weight. That's all from me. Did anyone have something differ?
Thank you again, Mrs. Smita. I respect your point, but my perspective are differs. A calorie deficit should be good for your health, especially for your blood pressure and your heart health. It is because, according to the study by Jacqueline Howard, that explained how cutting about 300 calories a day might benefit your heart. This study finds that 218 healthy adults between the age of 21 to 50 years old across the United States, 143 of those adults were randomly assigned to start a 25% calories restrictions diet, while the remaining 70 adults are free feeding, or easy to say, they eat everything without any diet. In each group, the researcher closely monitored each blood pressure and adults' cholesterol levels over a 2-year period, and they found that the reduction in blood pressure in the calorie restriction group was noticeable as early as 6 months and achieved the significant levels by 1 year and continue for the entire period of the study. Besides that, the levels of the cholesterol also decreased significantly after 1 year, and that change was maintained at 2 years, while changes in the blood pressure and the cholesterol level were very small in the free feeding groups. So, based on the study that a researcher found, it is clear to say that calorie deficit is actually good for your blood pressure or generally safe for our heart health. That's all from me.
So before the forum comes to the end, would anyone want to add more opinion on this issue?
No.
So if there is no panels want to add more their opinion, I would like to summarize about our group's forum today. Calorie deficit diet has pros like give more horsepower to us, save more money, reduce blood pressure and cholesterol, and also make us live in healthy lifestyle. However, it also have cons as mentioned just now. Calorie deficit diet makes our immune system weak. Our body will also lack of nutrition, and also it also can lead to stress. In conclusion, the choice is in your hand as you know whether calorie deficit diet suits you or not. Maybe you can do more research before you decide with this approach, or if you're determined to go with this approach, you can try do it first, but if your body cannot tolerate to it, you can try another approach to lose weight. As different people has different type of body, daily life activities, so it's up to you to go with calorie deficit or not. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your time and have a nice day.